just want you to sit in your chair and go, hip hip hooray, for the Western press and the Western narrative, regurgitating the same old, every single day, without the stop. Please watch the first 2 episodes, the second season. Look at that.
Absolutely fascinating.
And it was the first time the Beatles had really stopped being semi-professional almost.
I'm on. I couldn't get on. Okay, now. I don't know what happened there, honestly. I couldn't get on. I had to get hold of Jason. He was out with all these mad kids going around dressed as Frankenstein. So anyway, this is a special one, and it's for us, to be honest. It's all the worry, and I don't listen to their slot. I don't listen to him, and I was listening to that David Lynch, who's up his fucking backside anyway. So I was getting all the information, what he was saying, and he's still satisfied with his strategy. So he's not going to change slot. And you're coming out with this fucking shank. People are coming out on social media with this Shankly quote, which he never ever fucking said, by the way. You can't support us when we lose, don't support us when, and all this fucking nonsense. He never actually said it. It was someone else who said it. And it's wrong. They've got no argument. That's all they fucking come out with, is the Shankly quote that he never ever said. And that pisses me off. CW. Afternoon, Frank. Hello, mate. Steve Malala. Good afternoon, Frank. Hiya, Steve. Did he say he sees no reason to change the formation to... Yeah, apparently, yeah. He did, Yusuf. He did. And Toscana. Pomareggio. Franco. Oh, Paul is good. Yes, Toscana. Pomareggio means afternoon, boys and girls. I couldn't get a shower or anything, because I'm waiting for a fucking phone call off my doctors. They said, oh, you'll get a phone call tomorrow. This is yesterday. Fuck's sake. Ridiculous. Twilight shift today, Mr. C. Hello, chatters, or is it just my badly fitting dentures will be revealed in the fullness of time? Right, let's get our teeth into it. Have you been to Turkey, by the way? I bet you've been to Turkey. And we'd have to wear sunglasses when you give us a big smile. Anyway, afternoon, Frank, says Lynn Ellis. Hiya, Lynn. Good to see you. Steve Mulholland, Mike Basser for the next Liverpool. Oh. And Toscana, did you ever offer Slot the job, not discuss style of play tactics, or was Slot the cheap? Yeah, he was the cheapest. He was told that he couldn't buy players. He was told this, that, and the other. And all that you can say is yes. That's what he was told. It's as simple as that. Toscana. The vlogs. Hello, Frank. Told you I'd be on. To be honest, not looking forward to the Villa who beat City. Madrid, even though I'll be there. I know you're there, mate. I know you go. And City, I think Slot will be gone end of November. But you're getting these. He was going on there, David Lynch, about a new fucking contract. A new contract for him. Oh, he's not changing his strategy. He's not changing his system. As he said a couple of weeks ago, we're training very hard at the AXA with the system. Now, going back to last January, he's been fucking awful with his new system. And we will, look, I keep saying it, people disagree that he got very lucky winning that league. And all as you see is, these arseholes saying, well, Slot never won the league in his, first season. Yeah, okay, fella. No one else did. Well, you're missing out, Joe Fagan. These fucking people have been supported for about 5 minutes. Just having a fucking clue. They don't get it through their head. Support LFC. Win, lose or draw. Yes. Says Lynn. Yep. The press conference was a real head scratcher. His mate will give him a new contract. I can see it, says the T. And his mate is no one, is Mr. Edwards. That's why Jürgen left, because he was fucking told by John Henry to come back. And the only reason is Jürgen had too much power. They reckon, with the fans. Fans loved him. Oh, we can't have that. And Daryl says, how come you're on this trick or treating shortly? Oh, fucking hell. Daryl. See, last night there was people worried. And I just said, well, okay, I'll do a quick one today. I'm not doing any more podcasts about football, about Liverpool. The only time I'll be doing them is the watch-along, a pre-match, the watch-along, and then the post-match. Fuck the others, because, you get arseholes on who just give the fucking non-Shankly quote. And also, get behind the team. They fucking say, that's the only things that they can say. Get behind the team. That's all they can say. They've got no other thing, you know. They can't say anything else. Get behind the team. And we get behind the fucking team. Every one of us. Why do you think we're concerned? So we get behind the team. This is why I'm here now. Because I am concerned. And I'm concerned about every other head. The likes of yourselves who are saying, scratching the fucking head, saying, well, what's going on? Because how many fucking times have we been outstanding this season? How many outstanding games did we have last season, by the way? He only had one, and that was against Tottenham when we won the league. Because he had to change the fucking style. And he keeps going on. He's an Eredivisie fucking manager. You've only got to look at Ten Hag. The Man United fans were going fucking mad. They wanted him out because they fucking knew. He was bringing the Dutch football. Look, we fucking slaughtered them. 5-0 up there. 7-0 down here. You see what I mean? So this is what it's all about. He's got a load of their Dutch backroom staff. That Van Bronckhorst, he was a failed manager, by the way, because he fucking tried to do it, couldn't hack it, and he's a second in command. They've got the Eredivisie fucking system. It doesn't work. And no one can see it. You can see it. We can't. They can't, I'm sorry. We can see it. But they can't. Get behind the team. That's all he can fucking say. We're behind the team every fucking week. Every game we get behind the team. We don't want to see them lose. It's fucking terrible to see them lose. We're all Reds. And they're saying, get behind the team, for fuck's sake. They've got nothing else to say. They don't give you a why. This is why you should get behind it. They don't fucking do that. That's all he said, get behind the team. Support the Reds until we're dead, you know, and all this. But we don't fucking need that because we're all fucking Reds. Until, we die and all this fucking crap. Fucking nuisances. And Darryl says, I'm going to throw my ear overs if he gets in. Glad to see you, Des Line. Oh, piss off. I'm just praying Slot's not as inflexible as some others who we could mention. If he is, then this poor form could be an ongoing team. The hierarchy needs to employ a visionary manager, not a yes. Oh, well, that's it in a nutshell, really, isn't it? That's it in a nutshell, Snapey. Collins Ikes, 50-plus goals conceded in 2025 is concerning, yes. Yes. But he thinks it's all right, you say. Strategy is working. And Steve says, I think Slot will go in January if we get knocked out of the FA Cup and keep getting bad results in the PL. I think January, I'm not being funny, if January comes and he's still the manager, I think that's it, he'll be for the rest of the season. And we'll all be hoping that, his strategy will work. But unfortunately, it's not fucking working. Working. So this is a goodbye video code. Then you doing all in one during games? Yeah, that's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. Oh, there's my old mate there, Jeff Ellison. Jeff Ellison. Exactly, Frank. Some of my mates argue with me because I'm having a go at the way. I was answering. I really thought that I wasn't coming on, Jeff, because I've been crying for 10 minutes until I got hold of Jason, and Jason just threw me on because I was actually, and it's a person that you know and you commented on, and he had the. Here's what I said. Apparently, Shankly never ever said that quote. It was said by someone else. Nevertheless, we're all Reds, and if criticism is called for, then so be it. I've criticised Sloot and his woeful system and strategy. That's what I was pointing at before, Jeff. That's what you... it's one of the quotes that you put on, comments that you put on. It's fucking wrong, you know. It really is wrong. If you can't support us when we draw or lose, then don't support us when we win. Shankly would never have fucking said that. Shankly embraced every Liverpool supporter, whether you criticised or what. Shankly. I grew up with Shankly. I was one of the, the little fellas who adored him. It's fucking wrong for people to come out and say this quote that he never actually fucking said. That's they've got no other they've got no other comment to make because they know that they're wrong. Anyway, he carries on by saying, I'm having a go at the way Slot sets a stall out. He was given a Rolls Royce of a squad and he's turned it into a Robin Reliance. Brilliant analogy. Brilliant analogy, that, Jeff. Cheers, mate. TW, them pricks only go far back as Roy Hodgson. They don't know fuck all about our history. No, they don't. Neither does fucking Slot. He hasn't a fucking clue. When we went out last season to Plymouth Argyle, that was fucking shocking. And he didn't give a fuck. It was just like the other night. He didn't give a fuck by picking all those kids. My grandson went. He was there. And he said to his mother, Francine, my daughter, he said, some players were crying, the young kids. He doesn't give a fuck. He went away to fucking Dubai when we were, lost 3 games on the trot. Never went up to the fucking AXA to sort, this strategy out or anything. He just fucking went to Dubai. He's treating Liverpool like a fucking travel agency. Get me a ticket, I'm going to Dubai. Get me a ticket, I'm going to Ibiza. He's got, and do you know what someone pointed out about him as well? And I went, do you know what? You're right. You're right. Do you know when you're seeing Jurgen Klopp and everybody else, especially Jurgen, he has his big fucking coat on. And he had the badge there, didn't he? The Liver Bird, LFC. He hasn't got one on. He's never had one on. You might think, well, he hasn't got a... If he's got to wear that fucking stupid coat he's got on, I've got fucking better in the wardrobe. He's going to wear one of them. he can get the fucking badge emblazoned on. You might think I'm nitpicking, but no, I'm not. That's telling me he doesn't give a fuck. He's trying to bring in his own fucking system that's not working. Why hasn't a fucking journalist said, but it's not working? Your strategy isn't working. Look at the games that we've gone through. Look at the lucky wins. Look at the last season. Look at the teams that were falling away, including Manchester City and Arsenal. But look at Arsenal today. Why haven't we improved with these so-called world-class players? And I keep giving the analogy of a chef going, trying to get a job, got a job, goes in, the bed chef says, here is the ingredients, go and make me something. And he didn't know what to do with the ingredients. And that's what I think about our players that's being brought in. Yeah, there's a bunch of players. These are world-class players. Make us great. Make us better than we have been. But no, he can't fucking play them. And then they're being made scapegoats. That's what it seems to me. They're being made scapegoats, especially that Kirkers lad. That Kirkers lad was great for Bournemouth. He was fucking great. And what's happened? He's getting fucking lambasted left, right and centre. It's just shocking. It's shocking. And I said before the game as well, the other night, I said, if it goes pear-shaped against Crystal Palace, no, it wasn't Crystal Palace, it was the last home game, it was the last Prem game. I said, there'll be a scapegoat by the name of Curtis Jones, and I was right, and he was one of the better fucking players. So, you know, they look at him, they just don't like Curtis Jones for some fucking reason. And they picked on him, the lad. They picked on him. And I just said, you've got to have a scouser in the team. We have to have a scouser in the team. But a fucking Liverpool Football Club, it's the city. It's the fucking city that we represent. Not fucking Plymouth. Not Scunthorpe. Not Burnley. It's Liverpool Football Club we represent. And Curtis Jones is a very good footballer. Scouser to boot. And as I said, he just gets fucking picked on all the fucking time. So people are being made scapegoats because of this fucking strategy he's got. And Yusuf says, that's why I asked the question before the game, would you rather us lose? I mentioned that, I was mentioning that in privacy, actually. And that's why I said, you know, during it, we know what you mean. We know what you mean, Yusuf. I don't see any other way of getting shut of this coach, says Yusuf. You know, because I don't want to lose. I'm a Red like yourself. We don't want to see our Reds lose, but we understand what you're saying. We haven't played well at all. The wins that we had, you know, when we went top of the league this season, I was fucking made up. But I was saying at the same time, people who were watching the watch-alongs, I was saying, we were fucking terrible. We were lucky there. No one took a blind bit. That we used it, but no one took a blind bit off. And the big Snapey says, the reason we're on here is through concern for our club. True support doesn't waver. However, it does have a voice. Those who question our loyalty perhaps need to look at their own commitment to the cause. Of course, they just fucking sit back. And if we were in a relegation battle, I'm being hypothetical. I don't think it'll happen, but it could happen. The way we're playing. And, they'd say, oh, he saved us from relegation. This is the fucking attitude they've got. They've got no other attitude. They did it with the Northern Irish fella. They even did. Do you ever remember in Brendan We Trust? Fucking hell. I fucking hated that saying. And someone's bound to come up and fucking say it about this fucking fella. In Brendan We Trust. In Arnie We Trust. For fuck's sake. I don't fucking trust him. Not with his press conferences. TW, the football slaughter served up since he arrived has been absolute boring crap. You can count on one hand when we put in a solid 90. One. That was against Tottenham. That's it. When Solanke put them ahead, fucking hell. Then they had to fucking play rock and roll football. Then after that game, we won the league. He goes on fucking holiday and to Ibiza and holding up there. He was a lucky fucking man, and no one can see that. He was so fucking lucky. Yusuf, we win, he stays, and papers over the cracks longer. Yeah, of course. Kenny Dalglish got sacked after 1 year, says Yusuf, yeah. And I can show you a photograph of me and Kenny. I can show you. I'm not fucking going to get it. And the point is, with that, I couldn't believe Kenny when John Henry walked. Remember when we got beat by Chelsea and he walked up the fucking steps and he bypassed John Henry, the fucking the owner. He bypassed Kenny. He never shook his hand and he was shaking everyone else's hand. John Henry. Then he sacked him. And Kenny came back. Kenny's a multi-millionaire, but he loves the club, and he came back as a fucking ambassador. And I thought, fuck, why? Why? You could always get a fucking match ticket. You didn't have to come back as a fucking ambassador. If that would have been me, I would have fucked him up. Still supported our club, still got in the fucking match. But I would have fucked him off, not shaking hands. Then fucking sacking him. See, I'm a Scouser and this affects everything. You get the Evertonians, they're fucking loyal to their club. They are, you know that. I'm fucking loyal to this club, you're loyal to this club. And you can't fucking criticise. Okay, now. Don't support us when we fucking lose. You can go and fuck right off. You can fuck off. The King. All right, Frank. Early today, mate. Early, yeah. Look, if Slot stays much longer, then this is going to be a relegation fight. We will lose the next 3 games, and it hurts me saying that. Wednesday was his judgment day. Yeah. If you remember on my watch along, it was the Man U game. I said at the time, would you ever see this man slot winning a game at Old Trafford 5-0? Would you ever see this manager winning a game at Anfield 7-0 against the same opposition that we were playing, Man United? And I said, in the same breath as I said it, no, you won't. And on the fucking day we got beat. During the watch, you know. Yep, Slot looks like he's going out for the night. And Colin says he's a narcissist. And that's something to say. Okay, now. Snapey. As supporters, we're boastfully proud of wearing our Liver Bears upon our chest. Surely the manager should reinforce that pride, but unfortunately, visual cues convey more than meets the eye. Yes. Yes. Edwards, 20 feet of 25 or 26. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Yusuf, Edwards, more defeats than Amarin in 2025, and Amarin was getting laughed out of town by every Tom, Dick and Harry. Think about that, boys and girls. What Yusuf has just said. And they're above us now. They're above us. And Mincy. Hiya, Mincy. Mincy. What a name. Slaughter's the problem, of course. And Dr. DeBenge. Just one question. Why are matchgoers not questioning the manager? I haven't seen or heard anyone call out the manager's games I have been to, only on podcasts. I think they made a statement the other night, though, didn't they? I've never fucking seen it. And I keep saying this. It's like it was fucking Bonesier in the fucking Pyramids era. You know, when I say about Shankly, I've been the fucking game, sat there fucking freezing, playing fucking unknown teams, fucking freezing, sitting in fucking leaky fucking stands, standing on the cop, getting pushed every fucking way. And yet, I've never seen, when we've been getting beat, I've never seen a game being empty. The Anfield, the stadium, never ever seen it emptying like I did the other night. Empty. The cop was empty. The fucking Kenny Dalglish stand was empty. And the only time I ever seen that, you know, with a few empty seats, the Kenny Dalglish stand, it was when it was the Kemlyn Road stand, when fellas were getting up to get to the car to get home. And, the cop was always saying, sit down, you bum, sit down. That's the only time, but I seen it the other night against Crystal Palace. And people, even the Anfield Roar, his brother and his dad went, and they went out 15 minutes before the end. He said, we'll go for the fucking baby. We're not listening, fucking looking at this. And loads of people, my grandson did it. My grandson is an ardent Liverpool supporter, and he couldn't believe it. He couldn't fucking believe what was happening. What am I watching? And someone else said, didn't he? You know, it's all quiet. It's quiet now. I'll tell you why it's quiet, because what they're fucking looking at, they're just, that's what they're like. But you're right there, Doc. You're right there, mate. Billy. Ciao Franco and you Reds. Hiya, Billy. Great poems last night, by the way. Yeah. Anthony and myself were talking about them this morning, actually, when we were chatting. And Edward says, Youssef, even before February, we were playing poor in January. Play poor football first half and then win the game in the second half. I've said it loads of times. This strategy, if we're winning in the first half, sit back and let them come at us as long as we go in ahead and we try and keep a clean sheet. He's fucking done it all the time. That's why we were lucky this season. But we lose the impetus then to go out in the second half. You've only got to look at Bournemouth, 2-0 up and fuck off. Bang, dragged us back. And as for young Rio, that kid, he's got great talent. But you blood them in, like Jürgen Klopp blooded them in. But you were playing with first teamers in these cup matches. You've only got to go back when we were going after quadruples. A couple of seasons on the bounce. He comes in and fucking hell. We go out against Plymouth Argyle. Then we go out to the Champions League. I love the Champions League. I love those nights. Unfortunately, I can't go now, but at least I fucking loved them. It was there with the atmosphere. Fantastic atmosphere. He fucked us up. He fucked us up at Anfield against Paris Saint-Germain. Well said, Sneapy. And Collins Ice, if the crowd keeps leaving early, then that will make the board act surely. It'll be very hard, to be honest, Colin. I'm telling you, mate. I don't fucking trust the board. They brought him in because they're fucking friends. And he was cheap, as one of the comments made. Was he cheap? Yeah, of course he was fucking cheap. Chippy, cheap. And Bella Franco, he just needs to go, and there's only one word. Out. Edward, the games we press were Real Madrid at home, Leverkusen at home, Man City at home. I can't remember any more from last season. That's it. Tottenham. Look, I've said it before. He wants to get away from the legacy of Klopp. Because if he keeps playing the Klopp style, you know, everybody will be saying, well, you know, we won that. You know, he's carried on with the Klopp, and it'll be Klopp all the time. So he wants to get away from that. He wants his own legacy that is not fucking working. And that legacy is Dutch football, Eredivisie football. That's what that is. Dr. Benjamin, I can't see them sacking him halfway through. It's not the Irishman level yet, but let's see. I think it is, Doc. I really think it is at the. In fact, I think it's fucking worse. I think it's worse. These fucking games that we've lost, the awful way we're playing as well. I think it's worse. And I don't praise the Northern Irishman one fucking iota. That man. Chiesa played good again against Palace. Then he gets dropped again. Says Edward, yeah, I agree with you. Toscana to you, so unfortunately, you're right. I can't understand when fans of other clubs say they want to lose, so there's a better chance of getting a coach sacked. But you don't need, that, because, well, you had Crystal Palace fans singing, didn't you? You're getting sacked in the morning. And that must resonate with, as you mentioned, the board. That must resonate. Not only that, but you're getting social media. Have you seen that social media? Let's hope Slot stays forever. Our fans were actually saying the same about Ten Hag. And Ollie at the wheel, remember, I keep him there, he's a fucking cracker. And when Ten Hag came, he's great, Ten. And they're saying this about Sloot. Snapey. Loyalty, fanaticism, commitment, it sums us up, yes. And Edward says, Ange wouldn't change the way he played and he got sacked, yes. But he won a European trophies, didn't he? This is our club, our city, Liverpool, and we won't let anyone destroy it. And they're all in caps, says Bella. What a comment that is. I'm answering fans back on social media. I don't care when they turn around and say, you're not from the city. Neither are they. So, I'm telling you. Because I go on, that fucking Facebook now and again. And I just, where there's someone saying, get behind the team, Shankly, this fucking famous quote. And I go on there, and they're fucking not from here. Jeff. Slaughter's never made any connection with the fans from it. No, he hasn't. He fucking criticises us. He was saying where the fucking fans are going. No emotion shown over losing, even laughing at the fact that it was in 1954 since Liverpool lost 6 out of 7 games, and all Slot did was join in a joke over Ali McCoist's age. Fucking hell. You're right, Jeff. I've got friends in Australia who get up all hours to watch matches. They are worried because they care for the club. There's, I keep mentioning this lad, Jamie Phillips. He's been on my pod here. And he's a nice fella. And he fucking travels all the way up on Wednesday. It was the first time he could get a ticket for the game, and he travels all the way up from London. Stood in the pouring or sat in the pouring rain, whatever it was, to see that. There's another lad who flew from North America to watch the Reds for the first time. And to that. There's a lad who lives at Scouser, and he has to, his work took him down to Cornwall. He's a season ticket holder, and he travels all the way up here for every fucking game. He even came up, and he had to go back. And another thing which I'm calling sloot. Fucking, what do you think he changed his fucking name to Barry Jones or something? He has all our players, our first teamers sitting in that pouring fucking rain. Have you ever known the likes? Sitting where the subs sit. They're all fucking sitting there pouring the fucking heavens. Wouldn't you think he would have been in a box somewhere? Or even at home, because they weren't playing or anything. Could have watched it on the fucking telly. Don't understand them. Slaughter's arrogant piece of work. Honestly, that style of football is crap. We can't watch that. No, says Toscana. Bella, I'm so angry the way he's destroying our football club. It's heartbreaking. Klopp singing Aunt La before he came was I fucking said that. I said, why is he fucking doing that? You know why he did it? Because everyone was saying, who the fuck is this slut? Who is he? I wanted Simeone and Inzaghi. If, the other fellow wasn't coming. Xabi Alonso. Get Inzaghi in. Great young manager. He's got the passion, the art, the enthusiasm, everything. I said, get him in. And he's fucking said, nice slot. Oh, fucking hell, why is he doing that? It's because we would all say, who is he? Who's this fella? There are too many delusive fans who say he'll turn it around. What with that style of football? Are they mad? Stefan. Frank, good day. Read this question I asked Grok. Oh, Grok. I tried to get on that last night. And it's asking me all these... I don't know. Well, every time I went to continue, that happened, so give up. When was the last time LFC lost 6 games out of 7? Reply, next message. Bella. Well said, Toscana. Grok. Oh man, that would be back in 1953. They lost 5 straight games early on. It's all spirals into relegation. I haven't since anything quite like this since. There you go. 1950 fucking 3. Was that the year the Queen got coronated? The King died. Queen Elizabeth II. Yeah, 53. When the Buntings were out and the King was dead. It's funny, isn't it? I was watching an old film about 5 years ago or something like that when it was about the King dying. And she was in fucking Africa or somewhere, shooting tigers and fucking lions and gorillas and whatever they fucking do over there. And there wasn't like any emotion. She just looked, that was it. And even when, I never thought much of Diana, to be honest. When she died, there was no fucking emotion out of her sons. Fucking Harry and the other fella, William, no emotion. That's why I don't like the fucking establishment. I'd love to ask Slot if he thinks the style of football is good to watch. I'd tell him straight that it's a load of, I wouldn't mince my words. Fucking hell. Snapey. People leave through disillusionment, voting with their feet, screams through a megaphone. Yeah, and as I said, I'd never seen anything like that in my entire life of going to Anfield. And I think the people, but you get a load of spin, as you know. It was raining and, they were getting beat and, so what's the use? No, they were fucking going with their feet. They were protesting against this fucking fella on his play. That's what I think anyway. My old mate Paul Burke. Afternoon, Frank. How long do we wait and watch this crap before they don't support us when we lose a gang? And as to be called out, nothing wrong with calling it out. No. I was saying, Paul, about that Shankly quote. I fucking hate that. But he never actually said it. It was someone else who said it. And it wasn't Shanks. So they can fuck off with that stupid quote that someone else said. Going back. Scared of Palace at home. Oh my, yeah. Yeah. TW. I'll never forget what must have been the greatest goalkeeping performance by Ali against PSG first leg. Slot had no answers tactically. If it wasn't for Ali, that would have been a massacre. Some great games against PSG. Remember Bobby scoring the winner after we went 2-0 up? They got back through Neymar and Mbappe. No, it wasn't Mbappe. It was that fucking right back, wasn't it? He just did it. 2-2, bang. Bobby comes on. Stepping. The saying, when you pay peanuts, you get monkeys. How did they not put the cash for a proper manager when they had 400 to spend in the transfer while dispersing players of value for no gain? Look, what I was told, and I was told at the time, that Edwards knew him. And the invisible man, Richard Hughes, they knew him. And they were buddy sort of thing. And that's why he was brought in. Because no one else had come in. No top manager would come in and say, well, you can't, we don't need you to buy players, it'll be the board. No manager to take that up that thing. And you're not called a manager, you'll just be called a coach. TW from Snappy. Good shout about Allison versus PSG. Good shout about that. And Toscana, the boards won't care if the fans walk out early. They've already got the revenue. Yes, that's what I was saying privately this morning, actually. They're already there. The revenue's coming in. They're not fucking bothered. The revenue's there. There's a 25, I think it's went from 20 to 25 to 30 year waiting list for season tickets. Brentford fans were singing, "You're getting sacked in the morning" as well. I'm just fucking sick of him. I won't watch him. I won't watch any of his press conferences because I think he's a phony, and what he comes out with, the excuses. I can't fucking stand this fella. Even if we win every game for the next 25 years, I just don't like him as a person. Have you thought about this? His family don't live here. His family. He's the only manager whose family doesn't live in the city that their husbands are managing or, employed by. That says fucking something, though. Says a great deal, actually. To me, it does. Sloth. Andy Sloth. Sloth. Jeff. Slots should be made to learn the following. Since I came here to Liverpool, I have drummed it into our players time and time again that they are privileged to play for you. And if they didn't believe me, they believe me now. And that's one of the greatest quotes from Shankly. And I was there. I was there when he was shouting to the crowd, St. George's or Plateau. I was by the Plateau there, I was there, Jeff. That was the Shanks. So could you imagine him saying, don't support us when we lose? He would never say that. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. So, and Rumpel Flumskin. Rumpel Flumskin. Can't make this up, can you? Great names. After the 6-7 defeats, Villa beat Liverpool 6-1 the following month. Rumpelskin. Brilliant. Great name. Whoever you are. Sorry, Liverpool beat Villa 6-1 rather. Yeah. Well, if Liverpool win tomorrow night, 6-1. I still won't like fucking Slot. Telling you now, but I can't see them. Liverpool fucking scoring 6, to be honest. Snapey. So far as commitments is concerned, over 2 decades, I thought nothing of a 130-odd mile round trip for home games. The emotional investments in the club becomes intrinsic in us. Yeah, in us. Yes. Excellent comment. Also, the roof was leaking at Anfield and some of the fans were getting soaked. Even when it was being built, they brought in Buckingham and they were going under. They couldn't even finish off Fulham's fucking stand. So the due diligence was by the owners, get the cheapest in. And they brought them in and it was even leaking then. That's why they couldn't allow fans in, because it was leaking. They tried to fix it, which they did. Now it's leaking again. Buy the cheapest, get the cheapest in, have the cheapest work. Fucking shocking. I remember them bringing in Carlyle and they just finished the job and they went fucking bust. These are the same arseholes who were building our hospital. And they fucking knew that the government was always bailing them out. And we got them into our main stand and they just about finished it. But you can see the workmanship with our new stand. I mean, you know, the main stand with the Anfield Road end stand. Fucking shocking. Totally different. Totally different. And Bella says, Bill Shankly, some people think football is a matter of life and death. I can assure you it's much more important than that. And that was Red. That's what Reds feel right now. Yes. Yes. In many ways, it's one of the captivating things about supporting the Reds, says Snapey. You don't have to be indigenous, to Liverpool to go get it. Yes, well, you've always been like that, though, Snapey. You were a little Red, you've seen them when you were a kid and gone, whoa. I know Reds all over the fucking world. I was talking to, was he a Japanese? I forget he was, or a Korean or someone. And he came over, even a New Zealander, he came over, saved up. But this, I don't know whether he was a Japanese or a Korean, this lad. And talking to him, and he saved for years to get over to watch a match. And then he paid for one, I forget how much, but he paid a fucking hell of a lot of money. You know, for one of those hospitality things, where you get the flight over and, you know, you looked after your ticket, watch the game. And I embraced them because they're Liverpool fans and they just want to get to Anfield. I always remember when Everton were playing Atalanta years ago, you know, when at least they fucking in the competition. And it was so funny because in the echo, you see them all outside, the Atalanta fans outside Anfield. And they said, well, why didn't you go to Goodison and get you? They said, no, Anfield. Instead of getting the photograph taken outside Goodison, they said, no disrespect to the Evertonians. But that's how powerful it is. And I've experienced one of my mature students, his son, a businessman, he had this block of season tickets, for the main stand. And he said, "You fancy going to the game?" I said, "Why?" He said, "My son, he's away on business and he's got no one going. Do you want to go?" I said, "Yeah." So we went. It was fantastic. The point is, his son was an Evertonian, and yet he gets this block because no one wanted to go. Business people, we used to bring them to the game because they like football. They just wanted to. He did his survey. He did his due diligence, like where these fellas wanted to go, these business associates from all over the country, even abroad, Anfield. So he bought the tickets, and he's an Evertonian. I went a few times, actually. I went a few times with the man. Unfortunately, he's passed on now. Ali Danus. Hiya, Ali, our Romanian friends. We need to win against Villa. I mean, we are Liverpool. Come on. That's a normal win at home. I know, Ali, but not the way we're playing. Got my facts mixed up, says Rumpel Frumpsk. Love the name. Bernard Sweeney. Hiya, Bernard. Listen to me a favour, people. Can you press the like? Just press it. And if you haven't subscribed, just to get my algorithm up there, please. And I do these also all your comments, by the way. Bernard says, "I'm convinced they went to the same school as Ten Hag." He's talking about that before. Not going to the same school, but, he's got the same mindset as Ten Hag, and that's Eredivisie play. That's the Eredivisie school of football, the Dutch football, and it's not worth a carrot. TW, did you hear San Marino were taking the piss out of us? San Marino, go away. Fucking hell. I've been to San Marino, actually. Fantastic place. Principality of Italy. Italia. But if they're taking the piss, fucking hell, they're saying something. The Snapey, structurally, the Annie Road extension is up to standard due to health and safety regulation. Aesthetically, however, the difference between the main stand and the Annie is night and day, sadly. Of course, that's what I tried to explain before. Ali. Look, United, hammer them, find a system. To be honest, Sporting used to play very well under him. Nobody gave a chance for Sporting, and he won the league 3 times in 5 years. I still believe we should have signed him. Yeah. And she says, yep, they were asking if they can play us. But you see how bad it is. Fucking hell. Look, you've got Aston Villa tomorrow. They're no mugs. They're no fucking mugs. Ali, I say it since he came that Slot and Ten Hag were both managers in the Dutch league, and Ten Hag were more than Slot. There you go, says Ali. There you go. And Ten Hag is bad. He was fucking bad. Just got home, says the Ambi. Oh, that's good. It was great to see you, actually, Ambi. It really was. And Bella said, Ambi. Oh, you're there, Ambi. Christopher, hi, Frank, and everyone. Like and subscribe. I'm just fucking sick of it, you know. Well, I came on, builds a Klopper statue, you know. He said, will you come on tomorrow? Yeah, okay. No, I said, I'll come on tomorrow, I'll give you the special. He's not fucking here. Neither is Callum. He must have tried to be here, you know. Because I was only doing it for them. Because as I said, honestly, after the other fucking day, you know, doing a pod the other night, rather. I said, oh, I've had fucking enough of this. I'll just do a watch along. I'll do a pre-match, and then the watch along, and then a post-match. That's all that's fucking needed. You don't need pods every fucking day. Talking the same old. Because nothing's going to change. Not with this fucking fella, anyway. So before I go, what's your predictions for tomorrow? And Christopher says, I'm going tomorrow, so we should win. Lol. Oh, you like the Romanian manager from Internazionale, Franco? Yeah, he's good. He's good. Yeah. But I'd rather have had, I'm being honest, I would have rather have had Simeone Inzaghi. TW a draw. Ali, I think 2-2. So you're going for draws. Well, I've got to be Toscana 2-0 to Villa. Bella, I'd like to see Liverpool win 3-1. I'd like to see them. Steve, let's go, champ. Hiya, Steve. The King 3-1, unfortunately, to Villa. "4-1 win," says Christopher. He's very optimistic, to be honest. Steve Mulholland, glad Harvey Elliott isn't playing against us. Okay, now. Stevie. Villa to win 3-1. Slot's last game, this. Ali the Noose. Christian Chivu, the Romanian manager from Inter, was captain for Inter in the Marino time. Trust me, he is a very pro and serious guy. Maybe one day we will approach him. Chivu. Snapey. I came up here from Stoke-on-Trent initially. I came on my own, but the exquisite embrace of the spying cop meant I truly never walk alone. 3-1 sadly for Villa. You're taking the piss. Frank, I think Man City will win this weekend. I kicked off, didn't I? When, it's only last week, wasn't it? When we got beat. And we was trying to build ourselves up for the next game. And I said, I'm not fucking interested in Manchester City. Why are you coming out fucking dead with it? This is a Liverpool channel. Fucking hell. And that's why he said it. Steve says, Frank, shall I cancel your hotel booking for the title parade? And yes. Mad. We've lost that now. Well out of it. Eric Scarhill. All right, Frank, I'm in work, so can't stay. Just wanted to say hi to you and everyone. All right, Eric. Thank you. Thank you, mate. Good to see you. Just press the like, Eric, before you sign off. Get me algorithm up there. And she says, cheers, Frank. See you for a watch-along film and TV tomorrow. Yes. Yeah. I've got my current affairs tonight on the TV, and everything goes on that, doesn't it? Everything. Tomorrow morning, 10:30, the film and TV. It's funny though. So listen, people, thank you for keeping me company. And thank you for your predictions. Frank, bring your boots. You might get a game against Villa. Do you know, look, the very first game Slot was in charge was against Ipswich, wasn't it? And he brought young Quansah off half-time. And that fucking upset that lad. And I mean emotionally. And if he doesn't like your face, he's that type of fucking manager who doesn't like your face. He'll get rid of you. So that first season he was with us, he just looked around and he didn't like fucking faces. Quansah was one of them. The other fella was Harvey Elliott. And you've got to look at Darwin, and you've got to look at Diaz, Lucho. And he's made the biggest fucking mistake in getting rid of those two lads. That's in my opinion. Diaz especially. I can't see it changing by the way we've been playing. No change. Franco, got to go. See you tonight. Can't wait for tonight's show, says Bella. Yep. Stasera. Bella, stasera. And Edward. Quansah is the same as Elliott and Chiesa. Yeah, Edward, there's a few of them. He got fucking shut up. Quansah, Elliott, Chiesa, Lucho, Darwin. He broke the whole fucking squad up. Brought these because he was told, we're bringing in new players. You'll have to fucking get rid of so many Made a fucking massive mistake. Massive. By getting rid of them. Get yourself some rest before tonight and a big cup of tea, says lovely Bella. Yes. Got this fucking itch again. Fucking hell. It's right under my nose. Who's got an itch, you know? Jimbo Cop. Hiya, Jimbo. Happy Halloween, Frank. My mind is made up after the Man U game. He has to go. Thanks, Jimbo. Do us a favour, Jimbo. Not being funny, mate. Can you press the like and subscribe, please? I need the algorithm to... Fucking hell. And Stevie says, can I take Mac to Madrid in Jan and get Tumani Camavinga in exchange? We'd have to pay a lot of money for that. I understand that. Fucking hell. Can you see, look, no matter how you look at it, you know, people are having a go. I understand what you're saying there, though, Steve. But everybody's having a go, aren't they? And the likes of McAllister saying, oh, yeah, fucking awful, he's got no... But did you see the way he was playing last season? He was fucking brilliant. You could see that he was world class. But with the system, it's changed and everybody's playing fucking terrible. You could see it on Virgil's face, by the way. You could see it on his face. It was like a bewilderment look and a pissed off look. And that was on our captain. Ali Danouche, I will never understand why we sold Diaz Suarez for being no man. Even Nunes was not bad. He went crazy in front of the goal, but overall, Nunes was a good player. Of course he was. Of course he was, Ali. And the point is with that, is that he was called Captain Chaos, wasn't he? Because he went up there, he fucking brought the ball out of our area, and he fucking ran with us up to the opposition's area. No one, albeit he was hitting the fucking post bar and everything else, but he scored. He did score fucking goals. Look at the ones against Brentford. The last few minutes. Won us the game. Brilliant. Look at the game against Newcastle. We were down to 10 men. Remember Verge sent off? Came on, bang, bang. We won. We won 2-1 after going 1-0 down. That was Nunes. That was Nunes. Edward, you don't change. You don't change too much from the team that just won. No, but he fucking did, didn't he? Because he liked his own fucking system. Thanks for coming on, Frank, says the King. Thank you, King. Thank you. Itch on your nose, you are coming into money, says Steve. I wish, Steve. When you see me doing that, honestly, it's right under the nostril. Toscana just parked up to say grazie Franco for this, and to the chatters, hope to be on tonight. Current affairs and LFC. What a miserable way to live at Slot House. Yeah, fucking hell. I'm just glad I do my history of literature because I don't swear on. It's the only programme I don't swear on. And Steve says, you broke the 1K subscription. What's up, Frank? Thank you, Steve. I'm up to, I think, 1,300. If it gets to the 2,000, that's it. It's great. And I don't ask for anything off anybody, unlike some things, where they have these fucking super chats and all that. I don't want any money off anybody. And Steve says, Mac fell off the cliff with his new... Yes, he does. He looks like... Yes, he does. And that's the problem, Steve. And Slot was saying today, he's not changing the strategy. He's working on it. It's fucking shocking. Let's see how he fucking works it tomorrow. The King. What's your favourite horror film, Frank? Mine's brilliant film. It was weird. It was a haunting one, wasn't it? Really haunting. I'd have to say, it fucking frightened the life out of me. Like very visual. This was, and it was The Exorcist. And that Friedkin who directed it, he says it wasn't a horror film. Is he fucking kidding? He says it was more like a one that would make you think about the other side. And I said, fucking right. I only ever watched it once. I wouldn't watch it again. That's true, though. Never watch it again, King. Your Majesty. Darryl. It was a pleasure, Franco, doing Tuesday and 30 streams with you and George. An absolute honour. Thank you. Thank you, Darryl. Thank you, mate. Look after little Austin, remember. And go out with him. I'll tell you what you can watch, people, tonight if you're gonna watch a film. And this is good. And there's a Halloween theme. And it's Nick Cage, and you can get it on YouTube. And it's called Pay the Ghost. Pay the Ghost. Watch it. And if you watch it tonight, let me know if you're there on the film and TV review tomorrow. It's a really good film with that with the team. I'm telling you now. With the Halloween team. With the Halloween team. And Steve says, Slot signed 2 players over 100 million plus, and he don't have a system to get the best out of them. Shocking, this. No, Slot signed 2 players over. That's why I said, Steve, I gave an analogy, and it's the only analogy that makes sense. It's my own analogy. And what it is, if a chef, applies for a job at a top restaurant, a Michelin, say, for example, and he goes there and he's on okay, let's see what you can do. The head chef goes over and says, let's see what you can do, and gives him ingredients and says, now make something out of them. And the chef who's applied for the job looks at the ingredients and hasn't a fucking clue what to make with them. And that's slot with these players. We all know Isak's a great player. We all know that Bates is a great player. We all know that Kerkers, who was fucking brilliant for his club. That's why everyone was made up that we got him. Look at this fucking kid, he's fucking brilliant. We got him 21. And Ekatike. Ekatike is the only one who fucking, with the ground running. And he wasn't getting fucking picked. I thought about that. Fucking arsehole. So you're right there, Steve. That's up there. That's up there. The Exorcist. Good call, says the king. I won't watch it again. I'm telling you now. Fucking frightened me, that. Went and seen it on the pics. Oh, fuck that. Fucking slept with the lights on. Shows you, doesn't it? Steve. Insanity. Insanity slot going to get himself sacked this year if he don't change his ways. Needs to put his ego to one side and do what is best for LFC. No, he won't put his fucking ego because he hasn't a clue about Liverpool Football Club. Who said it? I think it was the Northern Irishman. When he first came to Liverpool, he said, I didn't realise how huge Liverpool was until I came here. That's what he said. That's why it was always nepotism at Liverpool, if you can remember, from Shankly. Then there was Bob Paisley. Then there was Roy Fagan. Not Roy Fagan, Joe Fagan. Roy Fagan. Roy Fagan's an old mate of mine. Joe Fagan. Then there was Kenny. Then there was Roy Evans. It was all nepotism. It was all people who knew about the club. Then they bring in Julio. He's done all right, in 2001, but that was about it. Then they brought in Rafa. He's a great Rafa Benitez. Fucking great. And that was it. Until the big year came. Until the big year came. And Jimbo says, Frank, I always hit the like on my own, mate. And I subscribed not long after you started. I just don't comment. I wish you would, Jimbo, because you come out with some good comments, mate. Honestly. I just want everyone to comment, simply because, anyone who makes a comment, I read out. And it's because it's not me, it's you. It's everybody on there. You've got a platform. You can say, you can give your anger, you can give your frustration, you can give your optimism, even pessimism. We're all optimistic now because of what we're going through. But at least, and you can say, listen, I'm not fucking satisfied with this. It'll be read out. And people will agree with you, as you know. But thanks for that, Jimbo. Thank you, mate. Really appreciate it. Dandelions are a friend for your nosy itch. Yes, I'm going to do that. After they get a shave and I'll do that, tonight. what you gave me, Ambi. Thanks you. Really appreciate it. Can't wait to use it, actually. And I know that you've got to put it on very thinly. And Zaz, big up Frank, mate. What's your 11th for tomorrow? Fucking hell. With the sloop, man. I don't want... Look, Gravenberch has still got a fucking injured ankle, you know. And if he gets a fucking kick on it again, or, you know, tries to... He could be out again. You could be out again. But I think he's in a desperate situation. He's going to play him. He's going to play him. Ali won't be there. Ali won't be ready. So you've got Mamadishvili. He'll be in the goal. I think he'll play Kanate, Virgil. Fucking hell, this fucking nose. Jesus Christ. It's itchy. It's horrible. You know that itch that you get around here, and it makes your eyes water. So, yeah, I think, and Bradley, I think he'll be there. I think he'll play Robertson because if Kirk has played the other night. And Robertson, as you know, he's lost his fucking pace. Now, if he plays tomorrow, here's what you'll see. Mark my words. All the balls, all the little lofted balls into fucking space where Robertson's supposed to be. You have a look at the goal scored against us when he's been playing. It's all from fucking there. I'm telling you. Big up, Frank. Mate, what's your 11? Yeah, well, I don't know the midfield is going to be very, very difficult. Szoboszlai should be there, obviously. Gravenberch should be there. There's no Jones, so I think McAllister will be there. So I think Szoboszlai, McAllister, and Gravenberch. That's your midfield. Up front, definitely Ekatike, Gapco, and Mo. That'll be the team tomorrow. That's in my opinion. I think Frimpong and Vert's style of play don't suit us. See, Steve, I think it's the style that's not given to Verts and Frimpong. Honestly, it's the system. He's taking it away. He's taking the high press. Verts loves the high press, you know. But I don't, you know, whether he gets a game tomorrow instead of McAllister, I don't know. Unless he puts 4 in midfield. I just don't know with this fucking fella. I put 4 in midfield and 2 on the top. But you can pick your own 2. And the boss says, I don't think Slot will get sacked unless people stop going. Remember how bad Roy was? The Yankees didn't get a rip until 8,000 didn't turn up at Anfield. I'd have Rafa as football director guiding Stevie. Yeah, there's some statement there. Fucking hell. But I think, you know, people might think about Stevie and that. And I think if he came through the backroom stuff, somewhere along the line, I think he'd have an input. You're playing for fucking Liverpool because he's a Scouser. You're playing for fucking Liverpool, not for fucking Feyenoord or Ajax or whoever over there. Annie. Bournemouth manager favourite to replace Sloot this year, says Steve. It's hard, isn't it? It's hard to say who, Steve. You know, who would he? Well, why not? My grandson James, he knows about managers, he's fucking in and out. And he said to me, "We have to get a manager in that plays the high press, just like Klopp did, but good with it." And he said that De Zerbi is at Marseille. He said he's good. Best wishes FC and 3 Reds. Hope the team play and ignore any tippy-tappy coaching. You never walk alone, but hope. Thanks, boss. The Anfield Row. All right, Frankie, lad. Hope you're well, lad. Could all them fucking go. Mentioned you before, Anfield. Mentioned you, mate. And your dad and your kid going to match the other fucking night and walked out. Rub a bit of baby oil inside your nose, stops the itch. Baby, I've got no fucking baby oil. No babies here. I've got something off ambidextrous, actually. She gave me some. And I'll be doing that later on, you know. Shave. But I'll have to be doing it. I can't do it like when I'm in the show tonight. So it'll be after the show. I'll just rub it in. And just see how it goes, because I've got a different complaint. Fucking hell, I'm falling to bits. Yes, Frank has fallen to bits. And fucking Slot's not helping. And Steve says an anagram of Slot is lost. Yeah. Slot is lost. Good anagram, that. Play Gomez at left back, says Steve. Big up, Ross, says Daz. Hey, Daz, if you're still with us, tell, I know that you go on Jamie's pod, just tell him I felt so sorry for him when I was told he was on his way up. And I wish I knew that he was on his way up. I would have given my address. And I don't live fucking far, you know. He could have walked the game from me, from here. I would have loved to have seen Jamie. Will you tell him, please, Dad? Tell him, mate. Because I did mention him when the other night on the watch along, when I was told that he's on his way up, and he had to fucking witness that. Fucking shocking what was witnessed the other night. That fucking coward. He's a fucking coward. He wanted to go out, and any fucking manager who wants to go out of a fucking cup game should be sacked on the spot. Fucking hell. He fucking admitted it. And did you know that what he said, actually? Fucking hell. And did you know what he said? A fucking hypocrite. He said, do you remember when he said, I only like small squads. Only like small squads. Remember that? Now we're saying here, oh, I've got a bigger fucking squad. He's a fucking phony. He's a phony. Making fucking excuses for his inadequacies. He's just a bombastic fucking arsehole to me. Yusuf, once we concede first, it's game over. 4-1 Villa. Fucking hell. Brian, didn't know you were on early today. Lucky I went on Facebook seeing it and thought Slot must have got the chop. We have to play some more in midfield and we have to go for the juggler. Keep the ball away from that back foot. Okay, now. This is why we were saying before about the likes of Nunes, the likes of Diaz. You know, once they got the ball, they were fucking forward, taking the pressure off our defence. But no one's fucking... I'm not saying any of us here, but no one fucking sees that. And T says, you watch, the Slot will put Dom at right back on. "4-2-4 obsession again," says Stefan. Of course will be the player's fault if the tactic doesn't work because he will not let go. He wants to have the last word. There you go. In a nutshell. And the boss says, I will play 3 at the back with Joe, Virgil, even Ibu, if the other 2 can compensate. Play Storm from the start. He won't. He won't, you know that. And I know that, you know, you're being optimistic there if he did. I'd have Mo deeper, creative role, 3-5-2, win midfield. Be tight at the back, 1-0 would do me. I think any fucking win. But the system's got to change, but he won't fucking do that, as you know, boss. Frank says, stay. John plays in midfield and right back. Best player in both. Yes, I said it, you know, we've got a right back in young Conor Bradley. And then also we buy a right back in Frimpong. And what does he do? Plays fucking Tom at the right back. Tom Szoboszlai is a fucking great player. Great player. Franco, you were right about The Exorcist. I went to see it with my sons and they told me it wouldn't be too bad. I was terrified I had to sleep with the Bible. Slept with the Bible. I slept with the fucking lights on me. I did. Honestly, I did. I slept with the lights on. Fucking getting that vision. Fuck that. Fucking hell, this fucking thing. I'll have to put that balm on when I go on. But yeah, it's only when I come in here. Must be this fucking flag, mustn't it? Have you seen me? Look, I'll show you me. Look, watch. There's me, look. There. With the long hair. Steve. Go 4-4-2, 4-4-1-1 tomorrow for the next 5 games. But as he said today, he's working still on the strategy. Steven Gerrard's system will work, says Steve. He will tell the players they are privileged to play for Liverpool. Fans, and Liverpool FC and the fans, and they need to go through brick walls to win games. Great show. If everyone had the passion and the enthusiasm as Steven Gerrard, I said he's the greatest Liverpool legend. He took over the mantle of Kenny because Kenny plays with 10. That includes the goalkeeper, world-class players. That's who he was in a team with. Steven Gerrard had fucking no one until the likes of Mascherano, Xabi, and El Nino came. Everyone else, you know. Fucking Jimmy Traore, come on. Fuck's sake. If the like says the boss, thank you, boss. Christopher, see you, Frank, and everyone. I'm in work. Enjoy the match tomorrow. Up the title win. See you, Christopher. Brian, we let too many go in the summer, and on top of a poor Diogo, the atmosphere must be the same at training. Injuries as usual not happen, but Slot out before Easter. Your mate Jeff. Those words Shankly spoke to his people would sadly be wasted on someone like Slot. He wouldn't understand none of it. No, he wouldn't, Jeff. He fucking wouldn't. He doesn't give a fuck about them. Look, we lost 3 games on the trot. What does he fucking do? He goes to Dubai to see his wife because she won't live in Liverpool. Fuck him off and fucking stay in Dubai. Cheeky prick. I don't like Liverpool. Don't like them bin dippers. Got told about them. This is in caps. May the 11th. Goalkeeper, Mamardashvili, Jones, Canate, Virgil, Kirk, Sabozlai, Bradley, Wirtz, Gapco, Salah, Ekatike. That's May the 1st, isn't it? May the 11th. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. Why have you got me the 11th? By the way. Is that for my benefit game? Are they going to do a benefit for me? No. Oh, my 11th. I'm sorry, I tell you, this looks like fucking May the 11th. My birthday. Okay, I'll do that again. I'm sorry. May the 11th. My 11th, it should have been. Mamardashvili, Jones, he's not, Jones is injured. The rest aren't. So we've got to bring someone in. I think that'll be the likes of, it must be McAllister, mustn't it? Stevie, Slot's lost the plot. Big up Daz Reynolds. Thank you, Daz. Thank you so much, mate. Thank you. And tell him, you know, that we mentioned him. I mentioned him. You know, the likes of good lads going all the way fucking to Anfield for that. For fucking that. Tell him even a lad came from North of fucking America for that. Saved up. Fucking shocking. Thanks, Daz. Thank you. All right, Raw. Jones hasn't trained, says the king. Ali's not playing anyway. The Anfield Road. Injured Allison, Leone, Frimpong, Doutzisa, Gravenberch, Jones, and again Batatic in caps. On Batatic, it says hamstring and was supposed to be back in training, but again, he is not available. Thing is, the lad's injury prone. He's fucking injury prone. You can't have that. It's worse. He's worse than Keita. And, you know, that's how fucking bad it was. He's worse than Keita and Thiago for injuries. It's like that fucking Ramsey, isn't it? Remember? How long was he? I didn't even know he's still at the club. That fella. Slot just doesn't feel what the fans feel, says Bernard. Absolutely. Absolutely, Bernard. Absolutely. Messaging for you. Thank you, Daz. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. Brian didn't play Ali in the final last year. Look what happened to the team against. Oh, we were talking about that before. Well, I was. Plymouth, then Weds. Oh, has just give up 3 times on cups. Yes. Fuck. Fucking gets up my fucking nose, that. You know, the like. Excuse me. The likes of PSG and. Excuse me. When we played them in the Champions League and also Plymouth. Then we play Newcastle at the big Wemb and get beat. He's not a fucking cup. If he's not a cup manager, he's not a fucking manager anyway. Fuck him. Yusuf to the Anfield. Honestly, get the Batatic gone. Get that Batatic gone. Wasting our wages on a player who sits on the NHS medical table as old Kitty. It's one way up. Again. Oh, I haven't. There I am. See, as soon as I put the Anfield Road on, I came back on. Frankie, my earlier lineup was 4-4-2. Diamond, Szoboszlai as the pivot, Wirtz left and Bradley right midfield. Gapco behind, Salah and Ekitike. That's it. But he won't fucking try it. You know that. Anfield, he fucking won't try it. He won't try and fuck all. And he'll be thinking, you know, we're fans. And he'll be telling you, who the fucking hell are they to tell me? That's what he's like. Not having them fucking telling me. What do they fucking know? That's what he's like. Got no time for players who have hamstrings made out of glass, says the Yusuf. Yusuf, says the Row. He is a waster, lad. I just don't understand it. He is less than useless. Depth would have been essential now and again. He is not around. That's the better teacher. Batatic. Slot's team tomorrow will be Malmö, says the king. Canate, Virgil, Robbo, Gravenberch, Mac, Wirtz, Gapco, Ekitike and Salah. He's predictable. Now, if Isak was fit, Ekitike wouldn't be playing. Would he? And do you know what else I want? Excuse me. I've got to have a sleep before this fucking show. So I'll be finishing soon. The King. Do you know? Honest, don't all shout at once. And I think this affects players. Certain players. We all love Diogo. We all feel for his little family. We're still grieving. We'll always remember him, like we remember everybody else. But this 20-minute clap has to stop. We've got to move on. We really have. We've got to move on. Remember the fucking Black Lives Matter thing? That's a bait to say, like fucking the Black Lives Matter thing when we're all kneeling every week, taking the knee. We all knew about racism. Racism will never, ever, ever, ever stop. We've got it on our, everything, the jerseys, everything, but taking the knee every week. But that's an American thing, and we fucking do everything the Americans tell us to do. I hope you know that. So, the 20-minute thing has to stop. The boss, Slaughter's and a man manager, top players shouldn't need coaching much. Recall what Joe Fagan said to Souness. Spent all that money on you, and we have to tell you what to... Yeah, he did, he said. He said you should be fucking knowing what you're doing. Just need the occasional JK motivator. No motivation there from that fucking clown. And the Yusuf Anfield will tell you the truth. He was never a top player in the making, never got the hype around him. Yusuf to the door. He ain't built for this league. Nowhere near physical enough. Probably a Serie A player or something. Listen, boys, I really have to go. Problem is, Hughes and Edwards want a yes man. Stevie G would tell them to fuck off. He would. He fucking would. Fucking hell. Fucking. He would. Fucking Eggman, me. Time to coop me tea. See you again, Frank says. This fucking hell, kick something for me, will you? Boss, Yusuf, don't know why you pick up the lad. He has been on load and paid elsewhere for most of the last suit. There are bigger problems, but he's one of them, to be honest, boss. We're still paying his fucking wages, but he's back. He's back. And Brian, please, not McAllister. He is like coming out of the pub. He goes around in circles, gets the slightest touch and heads for the floor, slows it down all the time. That's Mackie. I wouldn't put a past Slot, the wheel Isak out and put him at fullback. Wheel Isak. Wheel him out and put him at fullback. The bench says, if Slot goes, Von Bronco. Come on, Doc, please. Please. Fuck. He's a fucking failed manager. You can't say that. You've got to bring in someone. Bring in the Anfield Road. And CW, don't worry, Van Bronckhorst won't take over Slot. He is head of the iPad 6. But it was a Jew who said, fucking get rid of that Bronckhorst and replace him with the iPad. was a cracker, that was a cracker. Okay, now. No, listen, I'll have to stop. This is fucking ridiculous. It's fucking it. I don't know what it is. The king changing systems the only way to fix this, and he won't do it. But out of it, I've been asking for one for fucking 3 years. I'm sorry, not 3 years for the defensive mid. We need 3 in midfield, not 2-3, and play Vert behind the 2 forwards. Simple. That's a good shout, that, King. Really good shout. And I've been asking for fucking. Best wishes here, FC and True Reds. Enjoy, what's this? I mean, the original Celtic celebration, not American Halloween. Commercial rip-off, of course it is. Always those American. All the best comes from Team Tomorrow. You never welcome home, I hope. Thanks, boss. There are bigger problems, says Yusuf to the boss. But that doesn't change the fact that he's not good enough to play for us. He's never shown us why he should be at the club. I made up that these are the last two, just to let them post in. Oh, for fuck's sake. If Slot goes, as all backroom staff go, yes, that's the fucking best news, that. Get fucking shot. If these Dutch fucking fellas. Get the silver wellies out, lads. Leave them out on the doorstep. Kids think glitter is in the house. Peaceful night. Happy Halloween, Frank. Cheers, mate. Great show. Thank you, Brian. And Stepan, this is the last one. A good manager would have trained with specific coaching Dom into a monster of a DM. There you go. Because he's not afraid to fucking get into a tackle. Listen, people, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, keeping it. But it did come on especially because the lad said last night, and I said I'll do a special one today. And you know what I thought it was? I thought it was fucking Saturday. Forgot about it Friday after. Happy Halloween anyway. I'll be doing me not fucking watch you long. I'll be doing my current affairs later on. I really need something to eat and then have a little kip. Thank you so much. See you later, hopefully. If not, see you on the watch along tomorrow or on the film and TV review tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, 10:30. Thanks a lot, people. Thank you.